to be working on something I've had for about 10 years now, and I've been looking up videos of things to do to it and fix or maintain and all that, and that's going to be my 1993 Yamaha WaveBlaster. So I've had this about 10 years. It was in pretty rough shape. We did take it apart after about a year of owning it, and redid a lot of the cracks and stuff on the upper deck, on the hull and everything. It was cracked, had a lot of the spider stuff and all that. Threw a good paint job on it, and that's honestly put it had red, the hydromat or hydroturf had this. It was red when I put it down, but as you can tell, it's like fading into a white kind of pink look to it. But yeah, it had definitely a red theme, red and black going on, but hasn't really given me any issues. I've just now, like I said, after about 10 years on it, wanting to kind of just do some time. I mean, I've done like spark plugs, stuff like that, and fuel treatments, things like that every once in a while, but nothing has actually like gone wrong with it. So been pretty lucky with this thing, so I figured I'd start treating it right a little bit, do some other things to it. But yeah, we're gonna get started on it. We're gonna do spark plugs and an oil change, and I've got a few parts ordered and all that. May end up doing a few more things to it, but we'll get started on that. I guess first thing I'm gonna do, like I said, start stripping it down, just trying to find things that might need to be fixed on and all that. May end up doing another steering cable, because this one, if you go all the way, it sticks. The cable's real tricky, and I've taken the cable off of the shaft, and this right here works smooth. There's no issue, so it's definitely the cable. Even at the rear, taking it off and all that moves right there. The little steering nozzle, all this moves freely and all that. It's just got to be the cable. So get one of those. Yeah, let's get started on this. So I've already kind of taken some things apart. I found some issues off camera and everything, but this is pretty much, for the most part, what it looked like when I got the ski, like underneath everything. I know it's terrible of me. I maintain almost everything I own, but I haven't even changed the fuel filter or anything on this ski. But got to messing with the ski and all that. I mean, you can kind of tell I've already got the bolts out of some of this stuff. This is actually, I just kind of sat it on here for visual purposes and all that, just so y'all kind of see. I'm going to go with a different breather and all that. So I was kind of taking all this stuff apart, put it all there, and taking this off. So done that. Took this out. And then get this big guy up real quick if I can. So took this out. So that's out of there, and so this is kind of where we're at right now. But during me just monkeying with everything, there's our motor mounts right there, and I don't know if this is just a typical thing that they do. Let me get a flashlight real quick. Check this out when I just lift the engine up. It's not supposed to do that. So both of these on this side are shot. The ones on this side are still good. So I've ordered some more of those. They're 25 bucks a pop. So we've definitely got some things to fix on the ski. Kind of found out a few things because there's really like no videos at all for these skis. It's what's the main reason I'm kind of making these. But got to looking. So I've owned two-stroke bikes, a lot of two-stroke bikes. Had some two-stroke four-wheelers, and you know, you change the oil in them, all that kind of fun stuff. this is just a fun fact that I had learned a while back, obviously. So, just going to tell you this, that you don't change the oil. The oil that you either put in your oil mixture canister or that you pre-mix into your gas, like I do, because I don't like depend on that, putting the right mixture in there for me. That's the only oil that goes through these cylinders and everything. Everything else is not like a dirt bike where you're putting oil, fresh oil on the clutch and the gears and all that. This doesn't need it. So there's no oil dipstick, there's no oil filter. You literally just mix gas into the engine, change the fuel filter, and spark plugs. Is just a typical maintenance for these skis. Yeah, sweet, right? So, continuing on, trying to get all this stuff out of the way so I can get to the motor mounts. I feel like getting to the other one's going to be very difficult, so I'm going to take this off. There's 4 bolts here, 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 and then 4 on that one, and pull it off. Hopefully we don't mess up the gasket. I may have to order another gasket for those. That hose is attached on that end. Goodness gracious. Let's go. Let me turn this thing up this way. There's that. There's this. Now we got that off. And definitely need to clean that up and get a new gasket for it, because those are rough. Now we can get to these shot out motor mounts. Oh yeah, also make sure you disconnect the battery. You don't want to short anything out and yeah, mess up the starter, mess up the battery. Alright, so y'all, just so y'all know, all the tools that I've really used almost to take all this apart has been a 14mm, 12mm, and then like the 7mm for the straps and everything, holding all the hosing together. So the I think it's the muffler, the top of the muffler is going to be the there's 3 bolts. Those are the 14mm, and then pretty much everything else has been 12mm that I've used to take all of this apart. So I mean, if you're wondering what you're going to need to use it, plus a screwdriver trying to break some of this stuff loose. But we're going to try to knock these loose. Don't be jealous of my hood stand. I don't have the whole bracket set up that connects to all of this. I mean, I've got the brackets, but apparently I don't have the rod and stuff like it's supposed to have. So, get this sweet little golf club here. I think it's a 7-iron. You know, if you're interested, I might sell it to you. There's that. That one's shot, obviously. We got that one out. And we just gotta go ahead and bring us all the way up. World's longest bolt. There we go. Just leave that in there. But so this is pretty much how that's supposed to be, except that's not supposed to be like that. After a lot of bolts removed and everything and a little persuasion, I got both of these out. They are shot identically. But during the process, I also broke one of the bolts going into the hole. So luckily there's a pretty good chunk hanging out. So hopefully I can get a hold of that and break it loose. I'm going to spray it with some WaveBlaster and all that. We're going to leave it at this right here. And I will pick back up on the next video. And I have a few more videos on this maintenance and everything, but we're going to pick back up on this. So hope you enjoyed it, and stick around for the rest of it.